Hi guys, here with another video, here with my auntie Margie Clark, as some of you may know her as an actress.
Hi everyone.
So I'm here with the interviewer Lois Clark. So I've got here some questions for you. What was the first film that you ever acted in?
A letter to Brezhnev. My brother, your Uncle Frank, he wrote a letter to Brezhnev in the 80s and it was a big smash hit. And from there, we went on to do lots of other things. But the great thing about a letter to Brezhnev, it was in them times, the dislike of Russia and all that nonsense. I know it's still going on today, but we made friends with them in that film. It's a Romeo and Juliet. You know, when you're not supposed to go out with a certain guy, or you're not supposed to go out with a certain girl, and love's like that, isn't it? You just fall in love with who you fall in love with. Well, we fall in love with Russians in this film, and the other girl who's in it, her name is Alexandra Pig, and we were all friends together in Liverpool. We were really close. Nobody had any money, but we all helped each other out, do little projects, you know, little acting projects together. And her character, she's called Elaine, and she's the straight one in a sense. She's the girl next door. She's wholesome, she's winsome. My character is a bit wild and wacky. She's the chicken stuffer, you know. And but in reality, in the film's reality, it's the other girl's character who leaves to go to Russia, and I get left behind. It's a good little film.
Yeah.
So that was the first one.
Yeah. And what is the film that everyone knows that you were in?
Well, there's two films I'm really well known for. And there's A Letter to Brezhnev we made in 1985. And then I made a film called Blonde Fist. And I was the first actress to ever box. And $1 Million Baby ripped it off. But that's showbiz. And, it was inspired by the movie I made. And my brother Frank wrote it and he directed it. And that was breaking new ground because there was no actresses who boxed.
Yeah.
You know, that was out of order, out of ground for us, you know, and it was exciting making that. I had to go into training. Yeah. I believe you do, don't you do some boxing?
Yeah. 6 years.
Which one?
Boxing and kickboxing.
Excellent. It's a great thing for girls to do, and lads, but because it makes you tough.
Yeah.
And you need to be a bit tough.
Yeah.
It helps.
Yeah. And how old were you when you started acting?
My family, your great-grandparents, your great-nana, she wanted to be an actress. And my dad, he wanted to be a singer. And so when we were young, you always heard music. You heard singing all the time. And my mother, she didn't become an actress. She had 10 children. And it didn't stop her in some of her ambitions because she became a local politician and she became the mayor of the town. You knew that though, didn't you? Yeah, she became mayor. She didn't need me or Frank.
Yeah.
She made her own fame.
Yeah.
And she was really good at it because she walked the talk.
Yeah.
What she said, she did. Yeah. And the people loved her and she got lots of things done for them locally and all that, yeah. So she was a fabulous person.
Yeah. And where were you born and where did you grow up?
I was born in a part of Liverpool called Sand Hills, and it's right by the dock. The dock is as close as that lemon tree. And I could see the ships out the window, and we always heard all the docks hooters, you know, the foghorns. It was really atmospheric. And I was born in a tenement building, very working class. And I was born right on the top landing. And my mother had 6 children then. She went on to have 10 children. but she had 6 children. She was only really young herself. She was only in her 20s. And yet there was no lift in the tenement block. And she had to pull the pram. But all of us kids hanging off it. All the way up the stairs.
And
So she moved us to Kirby then. We went out to Kirby. And Kirby is just outside Liverpool. It's where the overspill went to. And lots of famous sports stars, John Conter, you know, Paul Hodgkinson, lots of Liverpool football players, actresses have come from Kirby. It's really funny because it's just a housing estate. It's really boring to look at, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah. But it's dead fertile and it made everyone's imagination fertile. And if you've got a good imagination, that's your currency, you know. Yeah. And in Liverpool, if you've got a good sense of humour, wow, everyone wants to buy you a drink. So they were the things that were valued when we were growing up, you know, and being loyal to one another. And as I said, we all come from a working class background.
Yeah, and is it true that you're going to hang out with Uncle Amir soon?
I'm hoping to. I met Uncle Amir when your mum and dad your granddad and your grandma, your nana, got married in Liverpool. And it was a fantastic wedding. It was at the top of Smithdown Road. And there was a big old pub there. And they threw a massive party. And your mum, she's wearing this gorgeous coat. You've got to put the picture up so all your followers can see her. And this coat came from Bieber, and Bieber was tops. It was well classy. And she had that coat on, she looked so elegant. Your granddad, he had this fantastic light blue suit on, an unusual colour. And he was blonde. Yeah, he was like a strawberry blonde. And he had hair then. Yeah. It's a great wedding picture. And your Uncle Amir is on the picture.
Yeah, I've got him there.
Yeah. So, you know, you've got a great heritage. You've got all your mum's side of the family from Baghdad. Incredible. It's ancient. Yeah. So ancient. And yeah, the Liverpool side through your mum's mother, who lived on Eberley Street, right by where the party was, the pub was. So, you know, she's got that, Liverpool and Baghdad.
Yeah, and I've got Irish as well.
That's what all them freckles are about, Lois.
Yeah.
It's Celtic.
Yeah.
It's Celtic touch. And the Celts are tough. And the Arabs are no pushovers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're strong people. And we've got lots of, you know, to go out into the world because we love everyone, but doing our best.
Yeah. So, let's see if I've got any more questions. What is one story that you could tell us when you were acting that you'll never forget?
Ooh. I'm trying to think now. There's rude ones, which I shouldn't really tell to younger people. So I'm trying to think of something a little bit more decent. But in a letter to Brezhnev, that was really important to me because it was the first big acting job. And I didn't know whether I was very good, you know. And I wasn't that confident as a performer yet. And I went to the director and I said, I'm not sure, you know, I'm feeling a bit scared and I don't know how to bring the character out. And he went, Margie, he said, you've got it in your ass pocket. And he